All right, let's get to my first guest, the Bryant C Project, joining me right now. How's it going?
Pretty good, man. How's it going? Thanks for having me.
Great to have you back on. This is actually your second appearance on this show, so um,
Yes, yes.
pretty
It is.
dope.
It's been a while. I think the last time was what 2015 or 16.
Something like that.
Yeah.
A few years back. So I'm happy to have you back on. You are definitely a talented artist doing incredible
Oh, thank you.
things. And so before I get into the music stuff, man, like how's everything? How you feeling? Not just as a man, a fellow Kentuckian, but how you feeling as a musician these days now that things are back up and running and restrictions are being lifted. How's everything in the world for the Bryant C Project?
Man, things have been great actually. Speaking of things being lifted, it's felt really good because it felt good to get back out on stage doing shows again the past couple of weeks. Got to play out in Georgetown recently, and in Richmond, Kentucky, and Whitesburg and Louisville last weekend. So it's things are starting to feel right again. Everything's going good. Got my little boy with me. He turned 10 months old yesterday. You might not hear him, but he's my little guest with the interview today, little Hendrix. But yeah, man, things have been going good. It's definitely been all love, and I see you've been out there grinding too. I see you was out there with another local artist last night, Tiffany Nesbeth, and I seen you've been on the move. The show's been doing good. I'm glad to see that.
Yeah, just slowly but surely getting back to going to shows again. So that was actually my first time at Mount Sterling, and how I
Oh, that was
want
your
to.
first time going out there?
Yeah, my first time going to Mount Sterling, Kentucky. Tiffany was there. And the funny thing about that is that I was just getting to to a parking area on the side on the road,
Uh huh.
and I got out the car and I'm just making my way because there was another show that was happening a block from her. Some friends
Mhm.
by the name of Swift Silver, they're celebrating the release of their new album. So I'm just on the
Okay.
side. So I'm just parked in and I'm on my
Mhm.
way to the show and I see this woman in a nice black car with a nice,
Uh huh.
silver sparkly dress on and she
Uh
was
huh.
waving at me like, wait a minute, I think, yeah, that was Tiffany.
You like,
so
yeah, okay.
so yeah, the thing is, this whole past year that we had wearing the face mask, it's kind of hard to recognize people when you haven't seen them in so long.
Right.
So it's
Right.
just, I tend to be better with faces than names. But I was like,
I'm the same way, kind of, especially when you're meeting different people all the time and
yeah.
everything, and that's how it is, definitely.
So yeah, so as of yesterday, this was a big story for bars and restaurants. Capacity
Uh
had been increasing to 75%, and they can also return back to normal business hours. And I'm reading more on this as I'm talking to you.
huh.
And on June the 11th, a couple of weeks away, all
Uh huh.
restaurants and bars can return to full capacity and that's
And I saw
also
that too.
on the same day that the mask mandate in Kentucky will be lifted. So
Mhm.
Kentucky, for the most part, I mean, we're seeing the COVID numbers decreasing. A lot of people are getting vaccinated. So I feel like eventually we have to move on from this and just go with the flow, and just hopefully
Oh
more people
yeah.
will be fully vaccinated and be more importantly be safe and we can't be stuck with these restrictions forever. So and
No, yeah, and I think it's good, because I think some people were kind of getting used to it. I think they were saying like on the news, like people were saying that when they do go back, more people gonna be using their cards and pre-ordering stuff and less cash these days. They were talking about how some of the effects of it have kind of, I guess, flooded over back into normal life. So it's definitely had its impact on people. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Some good, some bad. Yeah.
yeah. A lot of businesses had to go out, had to end because of the
Yeah, that was
pandemic.
sad about that, man. We lost Cosmic Charlie's through all this. That was a real dope venue out here in the Lexington area. So that was
Yeah,
some, like you said, some businesses definitely took a toll from it. But shout out to the ones that made it through.
yeah.
Some
Shout
might
out.
shut down for a little bit, but they bounced back.
Yeah, shout out to all the restaurants and bars that's been able to survive this whole time and just doing their best to make sure that their employers, employees, and customers alike following the guidelines. I know it's asking a lot, but it had to be done in order for these businesses to stay afloat. So
Yeah,
this
you
is the
right
bit
though. It did.
so this was the big payoff for them. So I noticed, you got a couple songs out already in
Uh huh.
2021, and I want to talk about these songs that you put out
Yeah.
recently. We're gonna start off with your first release, "Change Your Ways."
Yeah.
Talk about recording that song. How did that came together?
Well, that actually someone had sent me a song to listen to one time, and it kind of gave me an idea. I had that little chuckling guitar part that you hear in the beginning already going, and I was like, you know what? And then some life experiences inspired the lyrics and everything. But I really had a good time doing that because it was like a laid back R&B kind of song. I recorded it out there in Lexington with Jason and Sneak Attack.
Mm-hmm.
It's a doo-wop shop, and went real good. I did a music video with boxography for it, and it was well received. And love been doing it live at these shows recently. It's a real laid back, fun, smooth song. I mean, I really enjoy it. It's well received by the crowd. Something that people can relate to sometimes. So it was definitely one that I was glad to get out there. Was actually
Yeah.
rehearsing it last night for some upcoming stuff.
Awesome, man. So everybody check out the track "Change Your Ways" by the Bryant C Project.
Yes,
It is
sir. Out on all
it's
platforms.
on
Yeah.
all the platforms, and I've seen you perform a few times, and you are literally a one man band man. Literally, like you sing, you play guitars, you do all sorts of stuff. So you definitely you like I said, a one man band man. That's best way to describe the Bryant C Project. So it's some good
Yeah,
stuff.
man. It's when there's not, sometimes bring out other members, but if there's a period where that's not happening at the time, I definitely like to jump out and do those solo shows as well. And they've been going really good, especially lately. It's just been so fun to be back out there, like we were saying.
Yeah. So let's get to your latest track, "Still Going On." Which, by the
Yes,
way,
yes.
I picked that song via Twitter to be my local song of the week, and it is on my Spotify playlist. And is if you got Spotify, you can look up hashtag Music Monday local Kentucky Song of the Week playlist. I've been doing that for the last several years. Every Monday on Twitter, keeping out on the hashtag Music Monday tweets from 6 to 7. I handpick mainstream songs, and I also handpick my favorite local songs. And
Hmm.
your song, "Still Going On," is my latest pick. So I once I heard that a couple of times, I was like, "Yo, I gotta put it on the playlist." I had to put it on
Yeah,
there.
man. I saw that on Twitter the other night and definitely retweeted it. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for that because that was that's an important song to me. So I really appreciate the love from that.
So it feels like just the song title itself definitely speaks volumes,
Hmm.
considering what we all been through with the
Hmm.
pandemic, and you just you're going through hurdles. You know, you sit at home and
Exactly. Yeah.
you figuring out what path you want to go. You know, and then I'm looking at the art for it. It's got
Hmm.
you. You know, then there's two paths to go on. So let's talk about the song first, and then we get to the art cover. Talk about recording that song, man. How it speaks to you, man, as an artist.
Man, recording that song was actually real special because that was a song that I'd had that guitar riff, for quite some time, and I knew it was going to be an important song, so I didn't really rush it, and I kept coming back around to it, releasing other stuff in between, like wow, like Injustice and Change Your Ways and everything like that. But I was still working on, still going on behind the scenes, and the song, like you said, is pretty honest. It's just about, still going on and making your way through things, even when, times might get a little tough. You got to stay at it and still go on. I used my 12-string acoustic on the song and layered it with my electric and uh, buddy Phil that works up at Sneak Attack. He played bass and drums on it for me. It was just a real fun song to do. Started out light and built it up as it went along. Got a little heavy at the end. And it's just an honest track, man. I recorded that one in Lexington at Sneak Attack at the Doo-Wop shop as well. We put a music video out for it. Shout out to Looney Films and Photography for helping me out get that video together. We shot that out in Versailles, not far from that castle out there. That's you can find that at the BryantCProject.net. But yeah, man, it was a good time doing that song, and looking forward to getting my next one out there too. But that one will definitely hold it down until that time comes.
So everybody go check out the track still going on by the Bryant C Project. That's also available on all the platforms as well. So let's talk about the art cover for this track. It's you in the middle, and there's like two paths to go. Talk about the vision, the vision of putting this art together? Who did you came up with this art? Did someone else's? How did it came
Well,
to be?
actually, my boy, my boy came up with that. They call him Wiz. He's actually been doing my stuff for me for a while, helping me out with it. He did the cover art for My Life Story, for Injustice, Change Your Ways. He's worked with some nice people in the industry, and I told him what I was going for. We actually went out to campus in UK and did took some pictures and stuff. And I told him what I was going for. And at first, I expected like a one road path, but when he sent me that, I was like, you know what, this works too because we got two paths we can take in life. The good route, and sometimes people go the bad route, and sometimes when things get a little hard might be a little more tempted to go down that bad route that you shouldn't go down sometimes. And, but hopefully it's obvious to take that good route. And when he told me that that was an option, he was like, we don't have to keep it if you don't like it. But I was like, no, you know what? I like this. Let's go with this. And that's why I went with that idea that he had because I liked it. I thought it really fit the song. I wanted something, kind of wild and out there for the cover. And the background and kind of the space look. I think it all fit.
One thing about music, whether it's local, independent, or mainstream, is that you artists are some storytellers, and
Yes, sir.
you get a good feel of what the artists are feeling, what they have in their mind, what they have to say. But even in art like that, could be some storytelling feel to it as well. You definitely get a good idea of what the artist is saying. So that cover turned out very really good, man. And so shout out to all the people that put these covers together and to help
Yeah, cause
get that visual for the artist to get these songs out the way it has. So So
You right, man, because they, us music artists, we wear a lot of hats, but sometimes that part might not be a hat that we'll wear, doing the art, not all the time. So when someone can, help us out in that area and bring that vision to life even more, it's definitely appreciated. So, much respect to, Wiz and all the other people out there that do photography and cover art and, help us out because it's all a team effort with this music stuff. So all that's definitely much appreciated.
and lastly, for you, Bryant,
Mhm.
you've been doing you as you have said, you've gotten to do some shows already.
Mhm.
When we was in the early stages of the pandemic, and you're getting to get more shows in as restrictions are getting loosened up a bit.
Oh
What's
yeah.
next for the Bryant C Project, man? More songs, maybe an album, some singles here and there. What's next for the Bryant C Project
Yeah.
the next few weeks and months?
The next few weeks and months, I got some more shows. Come doing a special like this Memorial Day weekend. Shout out to all the fallen soldiers that have helped us with this country. But doing like a special picnic type thing tomorrow. I'm gonna end up getting something up on my social media platforms from that after that happens tomorrow out Lexington off Clays Mill Road. But I'm gonna book some more shows, here in the area. Try to hit up some places I haven't been to in a while or yet, like Mount Sterling and some other places, and like to get up to Cincinnati and down to Nashville soon. But also I'm getting ready to get another photo shoot in with a recent photographer I worked with, Bill French Photography. That guy does great work. Um, get some more another session in with him because I want to get back in the studio soon to do this next song that I've got. It's already ready pretty much. I just want to get in and do it. It's gonna be another different vibe for people. Looking forward to getting that out. And as far as album wise, got like a surprise type idea thing going for that. They can expect some more music videos, more singles, more shows. It's a lot more to come. Definitely. I think this has been one of my most consistent, if not most consistent years yet, and we're not even through it. So I'm just, pushing to keep that going. 2021, it's still a lot more to see from the Bryant C Project, most definitely.
So you can check out his website at thebryantcproject.net.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
get all the social media links on there, all of his music, and go check out his songs, Change Your Ways, and Still Going On. Those are his songs that was released this year in nearly 5 months already. And he's got more shows on the way. He's got more music
Yes,
on
sir.
the way. So be on the lookout for Bryant and see what's next for him. And great chatting with you. Shout out to the kid. That's
Oh, thank
getting making maybe the youngest interview guest I've had in the history of this
you.
show. 10
Yeah. I
months
believe it.
old. Wow.
Yeah, 10 months old. That's right. Shout out to Lil Hendrix, Hendrix
Lil
Roddy.
Hendrix, yes. You in the history books, young fella. And once you get old, maybe get inspired to do music, I might interview the next generation of the Bryant C Project. You never know.
Hey, you
Uh,
never know. That'd be cool, man.
yeah, it'd be absolutely dope, man. Well, it's great having you back on the show, man. Thank you so much for
Thank you,
calling
King. I
in.
appreciate it.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe, and we'll see each other again down the road.
Hey, you too, brother. And thank you so much.